The first thing that I want you to remember is that you are what brings the value to a presentation or a talk. It's not necessarily your slide deck. So you don't need to make every slide with this idea that you need to have all of your text or all of your points on every single slide. You would rather, in my opinion, have the audience focus on you. What does your body say? What is your content? How do you interact with your audience? Your slides are really all about enhancing your message. So remember that when you're designing slides. The second key pillar is that you really should be thinking about designing slides with a purpose in mind, even if it means breaking the rules. There's lots of tips and tricks online about, not having more than 7 words on a line or always being super consistent with typography. And I personally don't subscribe to that model because there's no such thing as a universal rule. Maybe because I come from the world of communication training and I really focus on what are your unique strengths and capabilities, and that there's always an exception to the rule. I think it's really important that you think about that. So if you look at this, for example, common convention will say that slides should always have one consistent font. They should always be, the same. And I love this slide deck because it has personality. You'll see that they use different colors and different typography to really showcase a message and bring emphasis to certain messages. And that's okay, because the rest of the theme is still fairly consistent. So I would really encourage you to think about designing with purpose and not necessarily rules. And everything that I share with you today are guidelines. They're not hard rules. And then finally, the last kind of major approach or philosophy you should be thinking about is that not every slide needs to be a work of art. I found this quote online. I don't know who originally wrote it, but I really love that idea. Your presentation, as I said, is not to draw focus away from you. So not everything needs to look, like you designed and spent hours on it. Even something simple like this, where it's just a blue slide with some white text and a little bit of accent color, can actually make a huge impact as well.